How to learn. 1. Listen to the story. 2. Assess understanding. 3. Difficult word explanation. 4. Question review. 1. Listen to the story. I love you, but... Once upon a time, there was a young couple named Jack and Rose. They had met in college and fallen head over heels in love with each other. Jack was a charming and funny guy who could light up any room with his smile. He was always putting others before himself and had a big heart. Rose was a smart and beautiful young woman with a warm smile and a kind soul. She was driven and determined and had a passion for helping others. They had been dating for 2 years and were madly in love with each other. One day, Jack took Rose on a surprise picnic by the lake. He had planned everything to perfection, including a picnic basket filled with all their favorite foods, a blanket on the grass, and even a bottle of wine. The sun was setting, and the sky was painted with hues of pink and orange. Jack took Rose's hand and looked into her eyes. "Rose, I love you more than anything in this world," Jack said, with a voice filled with emotion. "You are my best friend, my soulmate, and the love of my life. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me?" Jack took out a ring from his pocket and got down on one knee. Rose was taken aback and couldn't believe what she was hearing. She had never imagined that Jack would propose so soon. She took a deep breath and said, "Jack, I love you too. But there's something I need to tell you." Jack's heart sank as he wondered what could be the problem. "I have a secret," continued Rose, her voice shaking with fear. "I have a fear of commitment. I love you, but I don't know if I'm ready for marriage. I need some time to think about it." Jack was stunned and heartbroken. He had never imagined that Rose would say no. The next few days were torture for Jack. He couldn't eat, sleep, or work. He felt lost and helpless. He didn't know what to do or how to move forward. He decided to take a walk in the park to clear his mind. As he was walking, he saw a couple having a picnic on a blanket. The woman was crying, and the man was comforting her. Jack walked closer to get a better look and he realized that the woman was Rose. He approached her and asked, "Rose, what's wrong?" She looked up at him with tears streaming down her face and said, "Jack, I'm so sorry. I've been doing a lot of thinking since our picnic, and I've realized that I can't imagine my life without you. I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you forgive me and still marry me?" Jack was torn. He loved Rose with all his heart, but he was hurt by her initial rejection. He took a deep breath and said, "Rose, I appreciate your honesty, but I need some time to think. I love you, but I need to make sure that we can overcome this fear of commitment together." Jack turned and walked away, leaving Rose standing there, heartbroken. The next few weeks were the hardest of their lives. Jack and Rose didn't talk or see each other. They both felt lost and alone. They both realized that they couldn't imagine their lives without each other. Finally, Jack decided that he couldn't live without Rose. He went to her house, got down on one knee, and said, "Rose, I love you more than anything in this world. I've been lost without you, and I've realized that I can't imagine my life without you by my side. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, building a future together, overcoming any challenges that come our way. Will you be mine, forever? Will you marry me?" Rose looked into Jack's eyes and saw the love and sincerity shining through. She felt a warmth spread through her body, and she knew that she couldn't live without Jack either. She smiled and said, "Yes, Jack. I will marry you, and I will love you forever." The couple hugged each other tightly, their hearts beating as one. They knew that their love was strong enough to overcome any obstacle, and they were excited to start their new journey together. From that day on, Jack and Rose were inseparable. They went through life hand in hand, supporting each other through thick and thin. They learned to trust each other and overcome their fears, building a strong and loving relationship that lasted a lifetime. And so, the story of Jack and Rose taught us all an important lesson about love and commitment. It showed us that love can conquer all, but it takes hard work, trust, and communication to make a relationship succeed. 2. Assess understanding. 1. What was the name of the young couple? 2. How did Jack and Rose meet? 3. What was Jack like? 4. What was Rose like? 5. How long had Jack and Rose been dating? 6. What did Jack do for their picnic by the lake? 7. What did Jack say when he proposed to Rose? 8. What was Rose's response to Jack's proposal? 9. How did Jack feel after Rose's response? 10. What did Jack see while he was taking a walk in the park? 11. Who was the woman crying at the picnic? 12. What did Rose say when Jack asked her what was wrong? 13. How did Jack respond to Rose's request? 14. How did Jack and Rose feel during the time they didn't talk or see each other? 15. What was Rose's response when Jack proposed to her a second time? Three. Difficult word explanation. Propose. To formally ask someone to marry you. Example, Jack proposed to Rose on a picnic in the park. Rejection. To refuse or deny something. Example, Rose rejected Jack's proposal, causing him to feel heartbroken. Picnic. A leisurely meal eaten outside in a park or similar setting. Example, Jack took Rose on a picnic in the park to propose to her. Heartbroken. Feeling extremely sad and upset. Example, Jack was heartbroken when Rose rejected his proposal. Inseparable. Unable to be separated. Example, Jack and Rose were inseparable after they got back together. Overcome. To successfully deal with a difficult situation. Example, Jack and Rose learned to overcome their fears and build a strong relationship. Trust. The belief that someone is reliable and honest. Example, Jack and Rose learned to trust each other, which was key to their relationship's success. Communication. The exchange of information, ideas, or thoughts between people. Example, good communication was essential for Jack and Rose to maintain a healthy relationship. 4. Question review. 1. Jack and Rose. 2. They met in college. 3. Jack was a charming and funny guy with a big heart who always put others before himself. 4. Rose was a smart and beautiful young woman with a warm smile and a kind soul. She was driven and determined and had a passion for helping others. 5. They had been dating for 2 years. 6. Jack had planned everything to perfection, including a picnic basket filled with all their favorite foods, a blanket on the grass, and even a bottle of wine. 7. Rose, I love you more than anything in this world. You are my best friend, my soulmate, and the love of my life. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me? 8. Rose was taken aback and told Jack that she loved him too but had a fear of commitment and needed time to think about it. 9. Jack was stunned and heartbroken. 10. Jack saw a couple having a picnic and the woman was crying. 11. The woman was Rose. 12. Rose told Jack that she was sorry and had realized that she couldn't imagine her life without him. She asked if he would forgive her and still marry her. 13. Jack was torn, but he told Rose that he loved her but needed time to think and make sure they could overcome their fear of commitment together. 14. They both felt lost and alone. 15. Rose smiled and said, "Yes, Jack. I will marry you, and I will love you forever."